May I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, hello everybody. The Hammer. Um I This is my first professional video. I've decided to get out there more. It looks like people from social media and everywhere, people are wondering how I. People want to know how the structure of my construction, as in my production, works. I've decided to do a breakdown for occasional breakdown. This is the first. Yeah, so like 2015, 2016, I took a bow and I left the music to pursue other interests. Yeah, so when I was leaving, I had a studio in Weja. Unfortunately, boys realized I was leaving and they come scatter the studio, Ajingo, I see you. You have my Triton. And boys have my like I really boys invaded my studio and took whatever they could take because I wanted to get out mentally from the music. I didn't want anything that reminded me or I might go back, so 2022, 2023, when I decided to come back, I had to get some basic stuff to be able to start the album. So I got myself the new iMac and the Kali 8-inch 3-way audio and the Axiom, the Axiom Pro. It was given to me by Minister Lawson. Minister Lawson is a long-standing sound engineer and a teacher, actually. He teaches robotics and AI and stuff. So Minister Lawson gave me this when he heard I want to come back. He said, "Amma, don't buy anything, just use this thing." And my old Pro Tools Quartet sound card is what I'm still using. So that's about it. Nothing more, And the software, the DAW I use is Pro Tools. So in case you didn't know, that's what I've been using since 2001. 2001, yeah, when I did Alampine at Hush Hush Studios. That was when I was introduced to Pro Tools, and I've been using Pro Tools ever since. But before Pro Tools, I was using Cubase at Cave Studio. Big up to Robert Otu and Sammy Otu. I did Derba in their studio. Derba in KGPM. I did it in Sammy Otu and Robert Otu studio. Soul Winners in Dansuman. They introduced me to Cubase. And I did some of my other songs, Who Born You by Mistake and, Chong Hue in DKB Studios. They introduced me to Paris, the software Paris, the DAW. The Paimuka album was done at CHM. There I was introduced to Atari Cubase by Zola and Jeff Quay, JQ. They introduced me to Atari Cubase at CHM Studios. That was 99. There were, I think thereabout, yeah. And so when I met Pro Tools, when I was doing Alampine in Hush Hush, and I met Pro Tools, I fell in love with it, and I haven't gone back. I've been using it ever since. So today I just released Retribution, and boys wanted to know how this construction was. I heard some people saying that it sounds like a sample and all that. So I guess this is an opportunity for you to see how the breakdown, the structure of the song is. So it may sound like songs, but it's certainly not a sample. Yeah, so join me, make a, I don't know whether I will use this phone. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is the main interface to Pro Tools. This is the edit board, and this here is the mix board. I've always been a Pro Tools guy since 2001, like I said. I've never used Fruity Loops, I've never used Logic, I've never used Ableton or those other DAWs, because I'm kind of unless I have a problem with something I use, I don't really see the need to go anywhere else unless it gives me problems. Yeah, so these first tracks you see are basically the drums. The 7 tracks available to you now is the drums. It's made up of the sub low. The first one, let me solo it. The first one is the sub. That's the sub. Let me increase the volume. So basically, I use this sub. This is a basic traditional trap beat, that I played. It is the Retribution is not very complicated. It's very, very basic. Nothing to it. It's just the funk, the groove that I am. It's what adds to it. But it is just a basic, trap beat that I played. The sub supports the first kicks only. I use the sub to support the first kicks. And I have a top kick that supports the main kick. So this here is the sub. And this here is the kick. So the sub only supports the first kick. Now this here is a top kick to help it knock harder. The yellow one. So when I add a yellow one to the main kick, which is the blue one, then I add a sub. So this particular song, I wanted very hard hitting punchy kicks because of the nature of the song. The entire song was born out of conquest. It had to be with the horns and everything. I wanted it to be a battle song, so it had to have a vicious to it, basically. So from there we go to the percussion. The percussion is basically gimmicks that I put together from various percussive instruments. So together they play. I've transferred everything to wave, so to make it faster and simpler. So basically the midis are still available, but let me just run through it real quick with this. So the percussion is this. So I also have some charges that I use to ignite, like changing gears, to help the percussion groove sustain. Yeah. So the charges are made up of sticks, basically. Yeah, so I could have gotten away with this, just what you're hearing, without a snare. It will allow it allows a limp bounce to it. But a lot of people prefer the balance of a snare and a kick to create to allow the dance or the groove to, you know, to hold them down. I would have preferred just this without the snare. This. So with that, I would have to soften the kick a bit. So the kick is only hard because of the snare that I'm about to play. So this is the snare, the green one. Yeah. 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 Okay, so that's about it. And the purple one is mainly the hat. I don't allow the hat to run through. I just made it a spice. So when the rap is intensifying, the hat comes and goes, you know. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it for the kicks. I also have some, okay, let me mute the kicks, the snares, and the charges, percussion, sub-low, and come to the fill-ins. All right, before I come here, these things have been transferred here, but let me just go to the MIDI so that I can explain the instruments I used. Now this here is my horn ensemble. For the first one, it's a horn that let me see what I can do. Yeah, so this horn, is the basis of, is the background of the horns. I'm very big on horns, but this particular song, I just wanted a simple ensemble, orchestra ensemble to drive the energy in the song. So this is made up of hybrid octaves, orchestral brass, and 3 trumpets sustain. So what you're hearing is about 5 wind instruments. It's made up of hybrid octaves, which has low and high octaves together, and it also has orchestral brass and 3 trumpets playing at the same time. And all they are doing, all I used, I played with all that was just this. That's it. Just one note. Now, it has its purpose. It supports the kick. So it's supposed to be there like that. Now, this also is a top-up. This one is made up of just 1 orchestral brass, you know, so this is... Okay, so I have something that helps harmonize what you're just hearing. Let me play it solo so you can hear it solo. Oh, oh, oh. So it backs this. Okay, so that's about it for that. Now, what else? Yeah, so this is what divides them and puts them together. Okay, so this is what I basically use to help them get presence. It's made up of a flute and a clarinet. So this instrument I played here is made up of a flute and clarinet, and all they're doing is helping the sustained trumpets get presence, impact presence. So this is how it sounds with them. This is how it sounds solo. So with a 3, that's how it goes. Okay, Okay, so that is that. Then I have angels. Now these angels are basically angelic instruments made up of choir that I use to support the trumpets to give it an angelic, heavenly look. I mean, heavenly sound. So this is how it goes. It plays solo. Okay, so together with the trumpets, this is how it sounds. Okay, so then I have simplicity and singing whale. This particular thing that you're seeing here is very dear to me because it plays a very subtle role, you know. So you won't see it coming, but when it comes, it so yeah, all these are very, very important things, but you might not understand until you hear them together. Now let's move to the bass. So the bass is made up of three call response instruments. The first one is a horn, the low end of a horn. It's called brighter horns. This is what you that is what let me see. Yeah, so this is the brighter horns, but it's a low end. That's what I use for the bass. Now the reason why I didn't use a very deep bass is because the song itself is very big on sub lows and kicks, and the low end is very, very, you know, solid already. I didn't want to add any, you know, heavy bass or deep bass. So that part is done. So this is the first. Added to this, and the third one yeah. Yeah, so that is the bass. It is a progression that I really, really hold dear because it tickles a part of my mind that, you know, part of my emotions, basically. Yeah. All right, so that's for the horns and the ensemble and all that. There are other small things that are in that don't really, but together, this is how it comes.
There's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary. What do you think the last two army looks like? Hey, yo, God, man. Can you turn me up a little more? I wanna do some shit you never heard of. Hey, don't ask me how my day went. But you do what you never heard. Wait.
Yeah, so there's other things that I didn't show you. The MIDI is, I think, is misplaced in another area. It's just this. Okay, so this is a bell that has a church organ in there. So it supports the main trumpet. Let me see if I can. So it harmonizes the with the So these are the little things that play other roles, subtle roles in the beat. So this is a swing. This is swing. So this helps with the momentum and the pace of the song. It's just it's in the background. You don't feel its presence, but I mean you don't hear it, but you feel its presence. It keeps the momentum and the pace, you know, the trajectory of the entire song, you know. So that's how it goes. And that's about that must be it. Okay, so that's for the beat. I think that explains how the construction for the beat is. Let me just play it together.
There's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary. What do you think the last two army looks like? Hey, yo, God, man. Can you turn me up a little more? I wanna do some shit you never heard of. Hey, don't ask me how my day went. Let you do what you never heard. Wait, hold up. Hey, wanna start like this. It's for the niggas out done, no fun in the wild, living life like this. Shit, listen. Can I talk my shit? Talk your shit. I knew it was you all along. I just scratched that shit.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So coming to the vocals, you know, I'm very, very involved in the vocals of the artist I record. I'm not one of those producers who, you know, sits back and, you know, that's why I don't email beats, because I feel like being in the studio allows you to have a chemistry and an understanding that marries the beats and the vocals and the song or the rap to an extent you can't get when you work separately, you know. And so since I have creative control, because it's my album, I am very, very much involved in the writing as well, you know. In this particular one, I think everybody knows RJZ as more of a singer than a rapper. I liked his rapping part. There's something about his rap that I always liked, so I had to push him to go to the rap side, which he doesn't usually, you know, exploit. So yeah, initially we had a concept, but during the recording, I noticed that he was angry. He was on the phone. He was solving a problem that involved betrayal. One of his friends had done something, and he was back and forth on the phone. You know, his entire mood had changed, and so I figured that, look, this guy's mood has changed and it will hurt whatever he has to write for the song. I just decided I was going to redirect the entire song to be about him and how he's feeling. So the Retribution was spontaneous. I decided that, look, you know what, whatever you're going through, bring it onto the song. Talk to the person you want to talk to. You know, I mean, vent on the song. Basically vent on the song. You know, and focus on your money. Don't you know, don't pay attention to nonsense. Use it to your advantage. So then he was like, what about the concept? I'm like, no, don't worry. Since you are the first artist, whatever you do on the song becomes the concept. So everybody who comes on the song later will have to go with your concept. So I'm fine. So that is how we ended up with his verse, where he really, really went very, very, very hard. He just took the mic. He was like, hey, yo, Unc, can you turn me up a bit? You know?
Hey, yo, God, man. Can you
easier for him to go lay back. You know, I didn't want him to run on the beat. I wanted him to walk. So he was a lot of pauses. All those breaks were intentional. Sometimes I had to break. I had to punch him, as in stop him and allow a break, then punch him back in, you know, to allow the style to really be about somebody who is venting, not screaming, like somebody in control of his situation, somebody who is controlling his anger, somebody who has control over whatever disappointment he has gone through, instead of coming to sound like a ranting, you know, loud mouth. I just controlled his pace. I'm like, when you say this, pause, take your time, and come back and say something else. So that's how we ended up with
Wait, hold up, hey, wanna start like this. Start like this. It's for the niggas out done, no fun and no wild living life like this. Shit, listen, can I talk my shit? Talk your shit. I knew it was you all along, I just scratched that shit. Saw you, nigga, bitch. What I said, read my lips. Last two OGs say chill, nigga, fuck how they feel, nigga, get your motherfucker, get you.
So that's what he actually said here. He was like, I told him to chill and get his chips, get his money, and forget how they feel and all.
Last two OGs say chill, nigga, fuck how they feel, nigga, get your chips.
Yeah.
Last two OGs say chill, nigga, fuck how they feel, nigga, get your motherfucker, get you. I'ma give me them Luke Kang kicks.
Last two.
So sick of these niggas, won't fall for the 2D tricks. So sick of these niggas, won't fall for the 2D tricks. I heard all bad boy shit. Yeah. Good guy done turned to a villain, I was not like this. Trust me, my nigga, I was not like this. I swear. Can I talk my shit? I'm risking a biscuit. I'm inflicting the pain, no assistance. Uncle Hummer done sent me the hit list. Last two, I might flip it and kick it. I John Wick it. Too easy. It's a walk in the park. It's a picnic.
It's a walk in the park. It's a picnic. It's effortless. Superstar right there. That's just RJZ. He's a superstar. What people don't know about RJZ is that he majored in art in the university. He is actually a super graphic designer. He is a footballer and he's a basketball player. And I'm not talking about amateur basketball. This guy is an A-list top tier basketball player. He also plays football like a real footballer. Like RJZ is everything, you know, and he's an artist. He can sit down in the studio and just draw anything he wants to draw. He's very, 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 very deep. He's a true artist, and he can sing. He can sing. You know, he's a different breed. Yeah. So that's RJZ for you. KT, however, is coming from another angle. KT is cut from a different cloth. You know, I've been a fan of KT ever since I heard a song with him and Medical in the past, and I've been, you know, eyeing him to feature him in the future. Since then, it's been like, you know, 6 years or maybe 5 years. So this was a perfect opportunity to feature KT. Now KT, I didn't know what I wanted. So after I explained the concept, I showed him that RJZ had spaces in there. So I needed him to also do some spaces. So I didn't want this to be a fast rap. I wanted him to talk and break, talk a bit and break, talk a bit and break. So I wasn't going to use one verse. I needed enough content to be sure of what I got. So he rapped 3 different verses. And out of the 3 different verses, I constructed what you see here. It amazed him. He wasn't ready for it, because what you're hearing here as the chorus, as in the hook.
Damn, this is what the game been missing. But you're not the same, it's different.
this, what you just heard, is part of his third rap verse. I just picked that part and used it for the hook. Now, this second part you're hearing.
All these niggas act like they ain't heard about you, but they talk about me. Saying that I act brand new ain't.
So this, what you're hearing now, is the middle part in the first verse he wrote. And it comes from here, it ends here.
Ain't forget about you, just keeping it P.
And this is another verse he wrote. This is I think the second verse he wrote.
I don't fuck with niggas, they average. Steady talking like they won't static. Ballin' like I'm trying to get drafted. Young nigga getting this cabbage.
So this part and this part are one. This part is very different. It goes with this part. So I actually rearranged everything because the guy is a super. Everything he says is wicked. But what I did was I chose my favorite part of his verses that also rhymed, and I had to construct. My mind is the mind of a rapper. Growing up, I have a rapping background. Not that I rapped professionally or anything, but I've been a very big fan of rap. So I have this rapping background mentality that helps me time artists and, groom artists and all that. So KT, and he's very fast. He writes, he's one of the fastest writers I know. You ask him to write a verse, and within less than 20, 30 minutes, the guy has a verse. So he made it very, very easy to come up with all this. And it also helped because he had also been a fan of mine waiting for this opportunity. So it just allowed us to work together. And so that is how KT's verse ended up. So it begins from here.
All these niggas act like they ain't heard about you, but they talk about me. Saying that I act brand new, ain't knew that I knew. I'm just keeping my peace. Can't breathe the air I breathe. Nigga don't speak when I speak. Shut up. Ain't forget about you, just keeping it P. I don't fuck with niggas, they average. Steady talking like they won't static. Ballin' like I'm trying to get drafted. Young nigga get.
Amazing. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Now we have to go to MANTSE. So after so that's about it. Next is MANTSE, I think. Yeah, MANTSE.
There's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary. What do you think the last two army looks like? God man.
Can you turn me up a little more?
So this here is MANTSE. And MANTSE in the middle. This is MANTSE in the middle. And this is MANTSE at the end. So the structure with MANTSE is that MANTSE spews a lot of knowledge on about 10 tracks, beginning to end of the song. It is my job to listen to all of them and pick out the most interesting ones and compile them and arrange them at particular times to make up this. So when you see this,
Yeah man. Bigfoot in Africa. An experiment of a mad scientist. There's mad method to his madness. Stab me in the back like Caesar. You're in the middle of a global cataclysmic event. The unraveling of empire. It will not be an incursion, not a curated rebellion. In your lifetime, you will see this continent rise. This is the year of the sun. This is the year of the sun. RJZ and KT. Fucking Retribution. Last two.
So to make you understand MANTSE properly, this is let me see if I can find this. Okay, so to make you understand MANTSE properly, this whole thing here is MANTSE. MANTSE is basically well-read and enjoys literature. He's a revolutionary. He's also a rebel, a real rebel who wants a better world. So he has this philosophy, you know, that I've been very interested in since we were kids. You know, I've known MANTSE ever since I was 22 when I did Paimuka. So yeah, that is the relationship between MANTSE and I. It's not just come and do intro. Okay, let me just open one for you and see if this.
That's 15, 20 years. And
so this is let's see what he said here.
I think we shot ourselves in the foot by pissing on our music in the last 15, 20 years and allowing other people to run with our sound and claim it on some Esau shit.
On some Esau shit.
So do you want to take what belongs to you, or you want to let Esau through?
Yeah, man.
Or do you want to be Esau?
You know, he spews a lot of knowledge.
Say again? Own your shit, own your shit. Exactly, we didn't own our shit after all the noise. But you know, you own up to your shit now. That you fucked up your music and you allowed other people to take it. But not this time. This is ground zero now, and this is where we take our last stand.
So,
And it could only come from last two. I mean, not to bullshit, but it's been 23 years and it's time for something fresh.
you know, so he says all this. Let me go to a random one so you hear. So I basically pick something he said here, something he said here, something he said here, there, and put them, compose one side for the outro and compose one side for the intro. So that's why MANTSE's thing has always been very unique, you know, because it's a lot of work.
You see, we can do this without the treachery. We can do this without the skullduggery. And we can do this without the parasites and traitors.
Okay, so that is also a good one. Randomly, let me try this one. This one.
But it's real though. Listen, everything from JFK to COVID to mass surveillance, you know, people getting chipped, you know, to facial recognition tech, you know, like everything you saw in Demolition Man in 1997, like it's real now, like we're living it. You know? Cryogenic prisons. You know, they are putting people in like ice and stuff.
Yeah, so let's get back to it. So that's MANTSE. You know, all these things that you're seeing is MANTSE. So for the first time, I'm revealing to you how the MANTSE construction is. MANTSE spews knowledge, and his views on the world, and his opinion on the song the artist and the beats. Then I pick various stuff, you know, and I make the intro and the outro with it. So go and stream. This is the third single, Retribution, featuring RJZ, KT, and MANTSE.
There's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary, there's nothing elementary. What do you think the last two army looks like? Hey, yo, God, man.
Can you turn me up a little more? I wanna do some shit you never heard of. Hey, don't ask me how my day went. What you do what you never heard.
Yeah, man. Bigfoot in Africa. An experiment of the mad scientist. There's mad method to his madness. Stab me in the back like Caesar. You're in the middle of a global cataclysmic event. The unraveling of empire. It will not be an incursion, not a curated rebellion. In your lifetime, you will see this continent rise. This is the year of the sun. RJZ and KT. Fucking Retribution. Last two.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for your patience. This is signing off from the first Deconstruction on the 31st of January 2026, the year of our Lord. Signing out. Last two.